Hello, Westminster Strings. I hope you guys had a safe and happy Easter. And today we're gonna get back going with virtual orchestra. To open your books up to page 8, that's where we're gonna start today. Hopefully the review of the whole semester up until when we stopped class was helpful. But now we're just gonna work on the newer stuff. We're gonna start with number 17 on page 8. So actually let's do that again. Let's go to rest position for them, yep, and then playing position, yep. So here is, this one's called Hopscotch. It's number 17. You're starting with your 3rd finger. If you are a violin, you're starting with your 4th finger if you are a cello. Here we go, let's try it. 1, 2, ready, play. Short one. We're going to do it again, and we're going to say note names out loud for this first time through, or this next time through, excuse me. 1, 2, ready, go. G, G, F sharp, E, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, G, G. And we're going to do it a couple more times, once with the cello finger numbers and once with the violin numbers. I will say the cello numbers. Here they are. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 4, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1, 3, 4, 4, 4. And we will do it one more time, and Miss Katie will say the violin numbers. 1, 2, ready, go.
3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3.
Awesome. So let's move on now to the next one. It's at number 18. It's called Morning Dance. And it's got the same notes we just played, only it adds the open D. And if you'll notice at the end, there is a double bar, which means the song is over, but there's also 2 little dots on it. And the 2 little dots, that's called a repeat sign. And that means we go all the way back to the beginning and we play it one more time all the way through. So number 18, Morning Dance, will happen twice. Here we go, pretty slow. 1, 2, ready, go. To go through it, also saying your note names out loud. They're written in for you, so you just say them to help build those connections in your brain. And I also want you to say your finger numbers on that one as well. But for now, for the video, let's go on to number 19, Rolling Along. This is one that we might have played at our concert, so this is a fun song. And it's the same notes we just played in the previous one. And here we go. Number 19. 1, 2, ready, go. So that one is 2 lines long, so it's a little bit longer than everything else we've been playing, and you might have noticed it's very, very similar to Mary Had a Little Lamb. Let's go through it and do the note names. I'll work through that with you right now. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, E, 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 F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, through at home and say your finger numbers along with that one as well. And now we're going to go back to the top of the page. We're going to get our pencils out and we're going to do a little bit of review with our bow holds.
Yes. And start with violin.
I'll start with, Miss Katie will start with the violin explanation.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So, I'm going to have you grab a pencil, and you can hold it with the clip on the pencil maybe this way. I'm going to have you guys take your hand and do a gentle slap on the stick like this. The wrist is slightly bent, thumb is dangling. You're going to curve your pinky first, kind of on the back part, and then just curve these fingers. Make sure that your index finger is sitting on the front knuckle by the nail, and then you're going to add a curvy thumb. So the underneath looks like this, side looks like this, top looks like this, and the inside looks like that. So I hope this really helps. I have my students do several bow holds a day of just doing their slap. Your knuckles are going to lay this way on the pencil and curve the fingers, and you can see I'm backing some of my fingers up and adding my curvy thumb, and that is the violin bow hold. So you can do this with the TV on, just a nice friendly reminder, and do as many times as you are old, maybe 6 to 10 a day, and you'll be in good shape. Okay.
And then for the cello bow hold, just make sure that it's very similar. We're still going to do the slap, but make sure that you are underneath with all of your fingers. So all of your fingers are on this side of it. So just flap, and we're underneath. Now the other thing that the book is talking about there is we're starting to talk about how to move our arm to make the bow work. So for cello, it's you leave your elbow stationary or in one spot, and then you just back and forth like a pendulum on a grandfather clock. So just like this. So there's a diagram in the book that'll show it too. But for cello, keeping everything in front of you, keeping your elbow in one spot, and then just moving your arm back and forth. So we're starting to talk about the motion of what our arm is going to do when we do use our bow in a few weeks. And then for violin, that motion's a little different.
So we're going to keep our elbow still as well, and you're going to open your elbow this way and close this way. So I explain to my students, to me this is like the hinge on a door. It's like open a door, close a door, open, close, just like this. So what we need to avoid is moving from the shoulder this way and allowing the elbow to swing. We want the elbow to stay stationary, and we're going to open from the elbow like this. So that's how you move the bow on the violin. And just watch your wrist, let it bend, and that's it.
Stationary means don't move it.
Yes.
Leave it in the spot it already is.
Yes.
The next thing we're going to talk about is finger taps. It's in the yellow box on the top of page 9.
Yes. So I'm going to just scooch in so you guys can see. So a finger tap is where you lift your first finger and you tap it on the tape like this, just up and down. And when you put the finger on the string, we don't want to squeeze or clench the neck of the violin. You just want it to be very light and tap like this. Then I'm going to have you guys glue your 1 down and then tap your 2 like this. Very light, very bouncy. Then you're going to glue your 1 and your 2 down, and then you're going to tap 3 like this. And now notice my 4th finger, my pinky, is going along for the ride when I tap my 3rd finger, and that's okay because there's connective tissue between some of our fingers, especially our ring finger and our pinky. So if I move my 3 and my 4 goes with, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Muscles.
Yes, they use all the same muscles, so that's okay. Then another thing you guys can do is combine some of your fingers together. So you could glue your 1 and pop your 2 and 3 down like this, or you could just tap your 1 and 2 down, or you could also just tap your 2 and your 3 if you want to try that. But I would definitely tap each finger by itself, but just remember to glue your fingers down as you do that. So those are finger taps.
This is an easy thing to practice at any time because it's quiet. It's very similar for cello. I'll try to demonstrate it on the bass. Just tapping our first finger, then leaving our first finger down, tapping our 3rd finger, leaving our 3rd finger down, tapping our 4th finger, or tapping our 1 to 4th finger. Just mess around. So we're just practicing the motion of getting our fingers to go to the right notes.
Mm-hmm. Now violins, you're not gonna tap your fourth finger just yet. You're just gonna do your first finger, your second finger, and your third finger. We will address our fourth finger, which is our pinky, later. But for now, just 1, 2, and 3.
Yep, cellos 1, 3, and 4. All right, we are going to skip 20 and 21 and go straight on down to lightly row number 22. That's the last thing we're going to do today. It's got pretty much all the notes we've been working on, and it's another song that we probably would have played at our concert. So it'd be a fun thing for us to be able to learn while we're at home. We'll just play through it the first time. There are no repeats, but we'll play it a couple times so we can go through all the process that we usually do with saying the note names and talking about our finger numbers, etc. Let's try it. 1, 2, ready, go. One of the new things that we're doing in this is called a string crossing. We're using more than one string in the piece of music, which is the first time we've done that. But the only note that's on a different string is your open A string. So it's not that bad, but you do have to really think about which finger you're going to be crossing over down to your D string to play. So let's do it again, and we'll do note names this time. 1, 2, ready, go. A, F sharp, F sharp, G, E, E, rest, D, E, F sharp, G, A, F sharp, rest, G, E, E, rest, D, F sharp, A, D, rest. So let's do it a couple more times. We'll do with cello finger numbers, and then we'll do violin finger numbers. So here we go. 1, 2, oh, and by the way, before I count it off, you will see me playing the A with a 1 because this is a bass and we're tuned differently. We have different notes. So cellos, I know you're seeing me play this with first finger for the A, but on the cello it is an open string. So just pluck your top string. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Open 3, 3, 4, 1, 1, O, 1, 3, 4, open, 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 open 3, 3, 4, 1, 1, O, 3, open, open, open. So that's the cello finger numbers, and we'll do it one more time with the violin finger numbers.
Really quick, you guys, I want to show you, when you do this, when we go to open A to open D, we're going to just put the 2 down like this. If you want to put your 1 down, you can. But then after that, measure 2, put all 3 fingers down. So you're going to be placing 2 fingers down at the same time, and then lift 2 fingers down together, like this. So that we can go from your 3 to your 1 like that. So it's not too difficult to lift 2 fingers at once, but I wanted to show you that. So I like to put all 3 fingers down here and then lift these 2 together. And then when you go up the scale, keep your fingers down because it makes it so much easier. So do that each time. Okay, we'll do it again, and I'll say...
Thank you very much. We are very lucky to have your advice. Here we go.
We're going to say the violin fingering now. Can I say open A and open D, or do you want me to just say open?
Oh, you can say open A and open D.
Okay.
I could have said open A and open D too. It's just a lot to say.
Yeah, okay. 1, 2, here we go. A, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, D, 1, 2, 3, A, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, D, 2, A, D.
And I think that is plenty for you guys to work on for this week. We will go on to the next page next week, and we'll have new notes to learn. But for this week, just focus on getting these songs, kind of comfortable and please have fun. This is going to be something that we can do to occupy ourselves,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
Practicing is a good thing to be doing right now.
And they're fun songs to play too.
They are.
So.
So, all right, I will see you all next week, or you'll see me, I guess. And again, happy Easter, and I hope everyone's doing well.